Hello everyone, and we welcome you to a special South Union Township Sports Network Christmas holiday basketball tournament here at the Laurel Highlands High School. Now, the Atlantic Broadband Cable and South Union Township Supervisor presents the South Union Township Sports Network today via tape delay from the Harold Horace Taylor Memorial Gymnasium, home of the Laurel Highlands boys and girls basketball. As we bring you the first game, as the Laurel Highlands Phillies will take on the South Park Eagles. Hi, everybody. I'm Nick Barczyk alongside Jerry Dupay, and we welcome you aboard for this afternoon basketball tilt. South Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with our friends J.R. Wheeler and Gary Smith. Once again, I'm Nick Barczyk alongside Jerry Dupay, and we will be right back with the starting lineups for both teams after these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Esophageal reflux affects 20% of Americans and can lead to heartburn, regurgitation, chest pain, and difficulty swallowing. Reflux is caused by stomach contents passing a faulty valve and entering the esophagus. Ulcers and precancerous tissue can then form. Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Ballou offer the latest testing and treatment for reflux disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial advisors of Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Phillies basketball team and their coaches on having a successful season this year.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network to this Christmas holiday hoop spectacular. A lot of fun being had today at the Laurel Highlands Gymnasium. Here we are at the Harold Horace Taylor Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Laurel Highlands High School. Nick Barczyk alongside Jerry Dupay, a busy day of high school basketball. And today we have a girls matchup between the South Park Eagles and the Laurel Highlands Phillies. The starting lineups are being announced right now on the floor as we get ready for this one between the Eagles and the Phillies. Game 2 of the day, of 4 games today. Our first game had Amani Christian taking on Uniontown, a big win for Amani there. And as Barry announces the starting lineups, we'll get them to you as well here. As we have for South Park, number 12, Natalie Clydesdale is getting the start. Number 15, Alyssa Greer. Number 22, Brittany Andrews. Number 30, Jess Jones. And number 35, Allison McGrath, along with number 30, Jess Jones, getting the start for South Park. For the Phillies, it'll be Ashley Gauderizi, number 2, getting the start. Number 11, Abby McDonald. Number 15, Sarah Proud. Number 21, Sateri Tail. And number 32, Mia Fuller are your starting lineups. The South Park Eagles are clad in blue, trimmed with black. And the homestanding Phillies in their reds trimmed with white and blue, a very patriotic theme there. As we get you ready for this one, the Phillies starting lineups getting introduced right now to the crowd, and pretty nice crowd filing in today on this weekday afternoon right before the new year.
Number 15, senior Sarah Brown. Number 2, senior Ashley Gauderizi. Number 21, senior Sateri Tail.
your starting lineups. Barry Rosner telling the crowd, and you may have heard him over my announcement of the starting lineups. But once again, we'll give them to you one more time. For the Phillies, number 2, Ashley Gauderisi. Number 11, Abby McDonald. Number 15, Sarah Proud. Number 21, Sateri Talley. And number 32, Mia Fuller. Those are the starting 5 for the Phillies of Laurel Highlands. For the Eagles of South Park, making the trek down here to Fayette County, it's number 12, Natalie Clydesdale. Number 15, Alyssa Greer. Number 22, Brittany Andrews. Number 30, Jess Jones. And number 35, Allison McGrath. Those are your starting 5. The ball's in the air, and the opening tap is controlled by the Phillies, and quickly the ball up ahead down low to Gauderisi. She's going to miss a couple of layup opportunities there. Rebound grab by Talley, who puts it up. No good, and the rebound to the Eagles. Greer in control of the basketball. She has the ball right of the lane, gives it up top to her teammate, number 12, Natalie Clydesdale, left of the lane. Now into the corner, McGrath launches a 3. That one's no good off the back of the rim, and the rebound grabbed down by Talley. Here come the Mustangs in transition. They turn the ball over. Eagles launch a 3 from the right wing, no good. Tipped around, and the rebound out of bounds, and the ball will go to the Phillies, as each team has taken a couple of shots from the floor, nothing falling so far. Phillies inbound, and bringing the ball up the floor is Gauderisi. She loses it for a time, but regains possession. Off to McDonald, back to Gauderisi, but it's stolen away in transition. Here come the Eagles, left of the lane. The layup is good, and that's a bucket for Allison Greer, and it's 2-0 Eagles. Up ahead of the Phillies, a quick, easy basket in transition. Satiri Talley laying that one in, and we're knotted at 2. Slowly bringing the ball over the timeline of the Eagles, and they have the ball left of the lane. Double team on Greer, who has the only bucket for South Park. Clydesdale has it between the circles, and she dishes it back to Greer. They've had the most touches so far. McGrath in the corner. Down low, left block. Pass in the lane. The layup is good, and that's a bucket for Brittany Andrews. And it's 4-2 in favor of South Park. That shot launched no good by Gauderisi. Offensive rebound for the Phillies. And that's a pretty easy backcourt violation call there, as the ball went over and back, and that's a turnover for the Phillies. The Eagles have the ball of South Park. They have a 4-2 lead, 6:15 to go in the opening quarter. 4 8-minute quarters here in the girls and boys high school basketball game. 2-3 defensive zone for LH right now as they trail 4-2. McGrath cross-court pass to Greer. That was to Clydesdale. And the ball stolen away by the Phillies. And here they come in transition. The point guard is Ashley Gauderisi. She gives it up to McDonald. Back to Gauderisi. Left wing Fuller. Gauderisi in the lane. Nice ball move there, and the layup just a little too strong. Rebound to South Park. They're in transition. McGrath has a wide open path to the basket, and she lays it in. Allison McGrath for 2, and it's 6-2 South Park. Phillies bring it over the timeline, and that ball stolen away. Once again, McGrath, and she gives it up, and the layup is going to be good. That's Natalie Clydesdale with the assist from McGrath. An easy 2 there, and the lead is 8-2. It's all South Park early. We have a timeout on the floor with 5:18 to go in the first. It is South Park 8 and the Phillies of Laurel Highlands 2. We'll be right back after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk, Jerry Dupay, 5:18 and counting in the first quarter. It's 8-2. South Park leads the homestanding Laurel Highlands Phillies. Phillies have the ball after their first timeout, and they throw it in, and it's turned over again, maybe, but actually it's controlled by the Phillies. Mia Fuller has it, but a foul called. So whistle on the play there. I don't think there was a foul indicated. Apparently the player stepped out of bounds, just out of my vantage point here from the press box. And South Park has the basketball. Nice bounce pass in the lane. That layup too strong. That was Brittany Andrews with that layup. And here come the Phillies in transition. Pass down low, knocked out of bounds, and the basketball will stay with Laurel Highlands. That was Allison Marcus, who's now into the game. Excuse me, that was Sateri Talley for LH. Allison Marcus still on the bench for South Park. LH triggers it in, and it's taken away by the Eagles. Battle for the loose ball. It's popped up into the air. Another battle from our far vantage point. We have a jump ball, and the possession arrow goes to South Park. The opening tip of the ball game was controlled by LH. 8-2 your score in favor of South Park. They control the basketball. They move it around right side now. Foul line. That's a three put up by Allison McGrath. No good. Offensive rebound grabbed by Greer. Another three. That one's good. They're going to call it a two actually on the floor. Her toes must have been on the line. That's Natalie Clydesdale with the two. And the lead is now 10-2 South Park. That's a missed shot in the lane by Talley. And here comes South Park, very quick down the floor. A step back three from the right wing is good. Natalie Clydesdale, that's a three. She has 7 points, and it's 13-2 South Park. Here's Talley. That layup, iron unkind there, and the rebound controlled by South Park. They're in transition. Allison Greer to the basket, no good. Knocked out of bounds by McGrath, and it's over to the Phillies. So from what I can tell early on, South Park a little too quick, perhaps, for the Phillies early on. Their shots are falling. 7 points for Clydesdale for the Eagles, including a pretty three from the right wing. It's 13-2 South Park. McGrath knocking that pass away from Gauderizzi. Battle for the ball, and it's out of bounds. And South Park has the basketball. Allison McGrath to trigger it in right in front of the scorer's table for the Eagles. She throws it in the backcourt, back to her up top. There's McGrath. 2-3 defense for the Phillies. That's what they've employed for most of the game. Good pass to McGrath. She has a three from the right wing, no good. Rebound controlled by LH in transition. Gauderizzi. She lays it too strong off the glass, but we have a foul there, and McGrath is incredulous, as is the South Park bench, but they're going to call the foul on Allison McGrath. Her first. Ashley Gauderizzi will go to the foul line for two. She was in the act of shooting. 3:14 in the opening quarter. It is 13-2 in favor of South Park. I believe we're going to have a substitution here. Number 30, Jess Jones, will go out of the game. And number 11, Emily Marcus, will come into the ball game. Two shots for Ashley Gauderizzi, the point guard, number 2. Her first attempt is on the way and good. 13-3. Trying to get the deficit to single digits with a make here. Gianna Johns ready to check in at the scorer's table for LH. Both foul shots good for Gauderizzi. So she has 4 points, and it's 13-4 South Park. So Gianna Johns is now into the game. She's wearing number 3. South Park basketball in their own zone. Cross-court pass to McGrath. She's in the right corner. She drives baseline, and she's going to get bumped. And they're going to call that foul, I believe, on Kylie Miller, number 5, and that is the call. It was on the floor. That's Miller's first, team first. 13-4 South Park. They have a 9-point lead in the basketball. They trigger it in the lane to McGrath. She gives it off. That jumper no good. That was by Brittany Andrews. She gets her own rebound. Kick back out to Clydesdale. Back to McGrath. Floater no good. Battle for the ball and another jump ball. This time the arrow points in South Park's direction. Or LH's direction, I should say. Excuse me. Phillies break the press. Gaudarese right of the lane. She drives in. She's stripped, and they're going to get a foul call there on the floor. That foul will be on number 11, Emily Marcus, who just checked into the ball game. Her first, team's second. It's a floor foul. Phillies will trigger it in. Gaudarese into the corner. That's a three, and that one rattles home. Abby McDonald with a three there. Her first bucket, and the lead now at 13-7 in favor of South Park. 2:30 to play here in the opening quarter. McGrath has the basketball. Cross-court pass, three in the left corner, and that one no good. That shot taken by Alyssa Greer. Offensive rebound, shot put up no good. That was Clydesdale, who has 7 points on the day. Here come the Phillies in transition. Gaudarese could have taken it in, but she stops and pops right of the lane, and she has a bucket there. That's Gaudarese. She has 6, and the Phillies slowly but surely getting back into this game. It's 13-9 South Park. 2-3 defensive zone once again for the Phillies. Nice bounce pass there, and the layup good for McGrath. She has 4. 15-9 South Park. Here come the Phillies in transition left of the lane. Back up top now between the circles, right side by Gaudarese. 2-3 zone right now, it appears, for South Park. Gaudarese is going to slow the tempo. 90 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's 15-9 South Park. Gaudarese to McDonald. McDonald down low. She gives it off, and it's going to be Kylie Miller who has the basketball, and she's fouled. That foul will go on number 11, Emily Marcus, and I believe that's her second personal. In the act of shooting, 2 shots for Kylie Miller, who came into the ball game a few minutes ago. Her first shot too strong. Substitution here for South Park. It'll be Emily Marcus out of the game, into the game, Jess Jones. First shot no good for Kylie Miller for the Phillies, and she will attempt her second foul shot. That one goes home. Miller's first. And the score now 15-10 South Park. Good ball movement down low, right side. That shot no good, though, a little too strong for Andrews, and it's out of bounds. They're going to give the ball to the Phillies, and you can tell the momentum may be swinging in their direction a little bit. South Park got off to a great start. They led this game by as many as, by my count, 11. Now the deficit's 5. 1 minute to play in the opening quarter. Gaudarese directs traffic on the offense. She swings it over to to Abby McDonald. McDonald back to Gaudarese. Gaudarese stops and pops. That 3 no good. And the rebound grabbed by the Eagles in transition. Greer to the basket, almost uncontested. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by Abby McDonald. She hurries things up the floor. Bounce pass to Gaudarese in the corner. Back to McDonald. Foul line to Proud. We have a traveling violation there as some steps were taken. That'll turn the ball over to South Park. They lead 15-10 with 26 seconds even left in the opening quarter, as Natalie Clydesdale, who's the leading scorer in this game with 7, brings the ball up for the Eagles. She gives it off to Greer. And Greer's fouled, apparently. She passed that ball off. Abby McDonald with a foul, her first. That is the second team foul, and the Phillies a floor foul. And Jess Jones triggers it in for South Park. McGrath back to the basket, turns around, no good off the front iron, rebound grabbed away. And that was Sarah Proud of the rebound, and battle for the loose ball controlled by Abby McDonald. She gives it off to Gaudarese. Gaudarese stops and pops right wing, no good with the jump shot. She tried her hardest to get that bucket in before the buzzer, but could not. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score South Park 15 and Laurel Highlands 10. Second quarter action coming up right after this here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
High energy costs eating away at your budget? Turn to the experts and call Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated at 724-438-5400 and ask for George or Mike. Let one of them tell you about Carrier's new Green Speed technology. Afraid of the cost of installing a geothermal system? Let Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated explain how Green Speed can help you achieve the same or similar results as geothermal without the same installation costs. Past history shows that the costs of heating and cooling your home are only going to continue to go up and up. Carrier's new Green Speed systems, when matched to your specific situation, will help you achieve substantial operational cost savings over conventional equipment. Green Speed can give you the same or very similar results as geothermal in many different scenarios. Achieve SEER ratings of up to 20 with HSPF ratings of up to 12.5 for your home with Green Speed. Turn to the experts by calling Fayette Furnace Company at 724-438-5400 and asking for either George or Mike about giving you an estimate for combating the continuing high costs associated with heating and cooling your home.
Good luck to the Phillies basketball team and their coaches this year. From the Phillies Basketball Boosters.
Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network to girls high school basketball. Nick Barczyk alongside Jerry Dupay, and we're here at the Laurel Highlands High School Gymnasium, the Harold Horst Taylor Memorial Gymnasium. South Park has the ball in a 15-10 lead as we start the second quarter, and as we get back to action, Allison McGrath is fouled there, going up for a little shot from the left lane. That foul will be called on Abby McDonald. This will give Allison McGrath 2 shots. She has 4 points today. Her first shot rattles around and no good. That was Abby McDonald's second personal foul, her third team foul. They're going to give that to her, and the second shot rattles home for McGrath. She has 5, and it's now 16-10. In transition, here come the Eagles. A layup no good, but a foul is called there. They're going to get Galderizi on the foul. The previous foul was actually called on Talley, her first, not McDonald. Nonetheless, 3 team fouls, now 4 team fouls on Laurel Highlands. That foul that you just saw was on Galderizi, her first, and we'll send Natalie Clydesdale to the line. Her first shot is good. She has 8 points on the day. And it's 17-10. Second shot no good. Too strong off the back iron, and the rebound to Talley. So the lead 17-10 South Park. Here come the Phillies. That ball knocked out of bounds by Clydesdale. McDonald to trigger it in for the Phillies, down 7. Galderizi holds it. Point guard begins to dribble and facilitate the offense. She's facing a 2-3 defensive zone for South Park. Of course, no shot clock in the high school game, so see a lot of ball movement and a lot of holding the basketball, especially between the circles. That one stolen away by South Park. Here they come in transition. That layup no good by Greer, and battle for the loose ball, grabbed by McGrath. Down to Greer again, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. The Eagles retain possession. McGrath to trigger it in, and she does up top to Clydesdale. She has 8 points, the leading scorer in the ball game. Once again, a 2-3 zone for the Phillies. Directing traffic up top is Clydesdale. She gives it to Greer, to McGrath. Good ball moving by South Park, and a foul called there on Sateri Talley. That will be her second personal foul. 5th team foul on the Phillies. And they said Jess Jones was in the act of shooting, and she'll get 2 shots. Her first attempt rattles out no good. 17-10 South Park with 6:37 before halftime. Jones' second attempt is nothing but net. She has 3 points, and the lead is now 18-10 South Park. Kylie Miller brings the ball up the floor for LH. She directs traffic, she drives right, she gives it to Gaudarese. Good pick set there by Miller as Gaudarese moves to her left. She's guarded by Jones. Gaudarese goes to her left and she drives, and she's going to get fouled, and she's going to hit the deck relatively hard. She will get fouled and go to the line for 2. They're going to call the foul on Jess Jones. She has 2 fouls now. Excuse me, that is her first. First personal on Jess Jones. First of 2 good for Gaudarese. Her second shot is going to rattle out, 1 of 2 from the line. The lead is 18-11 South Park. The Eagles up 7 with the basketball. Clydesdale to McGrath. Andrews back to McGrath, and she's going to drive right side and lay it in. She uses the rim, and it's unkind to her. Ball tipped around and controlled by South Park. Jumper left of the lane. That is going to be good by Brittany Andrews. She has 4 points. And the lead's up to 9 again, 20-11 in favor of South Park. 5:38 and counting before the half. Gaudarese. Aaron pass is going to be batted around and going to roll towards our location, and South Park will control it. That layup is going to rattle home, and that is Brittany Andrews. Back-to-back possessions, back-to-back buckets for Andrews. She has 6, and now the lead's back up to double digits, 22-11. South Park doubling up the Phillies. That pass through the hands of Miller, but she controls. Kylie Miller to the basket. She throws it up. No good. Rebound. That shot by Proud, no good. And here come the Eagles in transition. And we do have a travel call there. Steps taken by Natalie Clydesdale. Substitution, it appears, for the Phillies. Number 32 will come into the ball game, Mia Fuller. And coming out is Kylie Miller, number 5. Princeton offense, apparently, according to the LH sidelines, is what they're trying to run. That offense that Pete Carroll made so famous back in the day with the Tigers, the basketball Pete Carroll. That shot no good. The rebound controlled by South Park. Natalie Clydesdale, clearly she's the general of this team. She's the leading scorer, and she has the basketball in her hands most of the time for South Park, and she gives it off to Greer. Bounce pass to Andrews, back to Clydesdale. No reason to hurry here when you're up 11. It is early in the game, but when you're up this big, you can control the tempo for the most part. McGrath. She turns around. Beautiful move by Allison McGrath, and she lays it in for 2. That extends the lead to 24-11. The ball stolen away. Controlled by McGrath for a while, but it's knocked out of bounds, and South Park will retain possession. The lead is at 24-11. South Park up a baker's dozen. And I believe we're going to get a timeout here, a full timeout. South Park up 13, but they'd like to reset and See what else they can do here to extend the lead. It's 24-11, South Park leading the Laurel Highlands Phillies. 3:54 left before halftime. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk, Jerry Dupay enjoying some basketball. Some girls' high school action, and South Park has the basketball up 13. That was a three taken by Allison McGrath, no good. Here come the Phillies in transition. Quickly, it's McDonald, but an errant pass there, and yeah, she thought Mia Fuller was going to be there. She was not, and that's kind of the way things are going for Laurel Highlands here early. Clydesdale down to McGrath, trying to get it to Andrews, but it's stolen away there by number 32 of the Phillies, Mia Fuller. Galdarese has it now, and it's stolen away. Alyssa Greer there, very aggressive. Clydesdale to McGrath. McGrath bruising her way in the lane and no good on the layup. That ball is going to go out of bounds, and possession will be with the Phillies. Gianna Johns to trigger it in. 3 minutes and counting left here before halftime. 24-11 in favor of South Park. Galdarese has the ball for the Phillies, and that was a pass to Fuller, and a foul called as number 22 for the Eagles, Brittany Andrews, hit the deck pretty hard. And unfortunately for her, she might have a bruise and she's going to get a foul. That's Andrews' first personal foul. Each team with 5 team fouls. So we're not near the bonus yet. So floor foul, the Phillies control as they inbound. Galdarese, as usual, facilitates to Johns. Johns down low on the right block to number 15. That's Sarah Proud. And she will get fouled and go to the line for 2. Foul called on Brittany Andrews, who picks up her second foul in the last 30 seconds. Her second, team 6. First foul shot no good by Proud. 24-11 your score. South Park up 13. 2:44 before halftime. Here's Proud's second. Interesting foul shot motion for Proud, and it doesn't work there. 0 for 2. Basketball controlled by Natalie Clydesdale of South Park. To Greer. Bounce pass to Andrews, and it's stolen away. Very aggressive defense there by Proud and the Phillies, and Galdarese brings it over the timeline middle. Errant pass stolen by McGrath, up ahead. They turn it over again, back and forth like a ping pong ball, and great block there by McGrath on a shot from Gianna Johns. Here comes South Park quickly in transition. Natalie Clydesdale slows it down. She gives it to McGrath, who does not get called for the travel as it appeared she walked there. And finally, yes, there is a walk called there on the rebound. As South Park walks with the basketball, and they turn it over to the Phillies. (24-11) South Park, 2:04 and counting to go. The Phillies have the basketball down 13, looking to get a little charge offensively before the break. Galdarese is swinging around to Johns, blocked again. McGrath blocks Johns' shot. This time it was a 3 attempt, still controlled by the Phillies. Layup from the left side, no good. Battle for the loose ball. It was a battle between Megan McDonald and a South Park player. Now here is Natalie Clydesdale. She takes it in. Easy layup right side, and The lead is extended to 15, 26-11. And that's 10 points for Clydesdale, by far the leading scorer in this game. Galdarizzi's three, no good. McGrath with the rebound. And South Park up 15, controls the tempo. Clydesdale fakes the three. She drives, no good. Here comes Kylie Miller over the timeline left side. And an easy steal there for Jess Jones. She's in transition. She wasn't touched by Ashley Galdarizzi, just lost the ball, and it's out of bounds. And they're going to say that Galdarizzi last touched that ball. It's going to stay with South Park with 62 seconds left before halftime. Jones triggers it into McGrath. To the foul line. Andrews, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Jones. It's tipped around in the rebound, this time controlled by the Phillies. Megan McDonald. And she turns it over to Alyssa Greer. Jumper for Andrews. Iron on Kai, no good. McGrath with the rebound and one. Counted in the foul. Allison McGrath grabs the offensive rebound, gets fouled, and puts in the layup. She's had a pretty good day herself. That is her 9th point. And the lead is 28-11. She'll get one foul shot with her team up 17. Gianna Johns with that foul. Now each team with 6 team fouls, I should say. That's the first personal on Gianna Johns. Only other foul trouble for the Phillies. Sateri Talley has 2, but she's on the bench right now. Phillies down 17 with the ball. We're going to have a floor foul called here. That is the 7th team foul, so even though it occurred on the floor, that's 7 team fouls, putting LH in the 1-and-1 bonus. And to the line to shoot the foul shots, hopefully for her, Sarah Proud, more than one. And she'll get another one as she makes the first. By the way, the foul called on number 12, Natalie Clydesdale, her first, of course, team 7th. Proud will make them both. She has 2 points, and it's 29-13. McGrath turns it over. Here come the Phillies. Galdarizzi to the basket. Too strong. No good on the rebound. Controlled by Natalie Clydesdale. Gives it to McGrath. To Andrews. She's going to stumble with the basketball and travel with the basketball. Moving a little too fast there. So a 16-point South Park lead, 29-13, 10 seconds to go. Here come the Phillies. They have the length of the floor to go. That pass intercepted. Here comes South Park, a last gasp. It's controlled by Clydesdale, whose shot is no good. McGrath grabs it, but it's going to go out of bounds, and that will end the half. A very entertaining first half of basketball, and mostly the tempo and obviously the scoreboard controlled by South Park. We've reached halftime with the score: the South Park Eagles 29, the Laurel Highlands Phillies 13. We'll come back and look back at the first half summary in a moment right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Anemia occurs when one has a low number of blood cells and becomes weak, tired, and pale. Blood loss anemia warrants a careful exam of the digestive tract with traditional GI scopes and sometimes with pill scope technology. Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Ballou offer the latest diagnostic testing for blood loss anemia. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk alongside Jerry Dupay at halftime of this girls high school basketball tilt. It is the South Park Eagles 29 and the Laurel Highlands Phillies 13. Some quick first half scoring for you. It was an entertaining half of basketball, and we'll start with the Eagles, who lead this ball game. It was Natalie Clydesdale, the leading scorer. She had 10 points, including a big three from the right wing that really propelled the Eagles early on in the ball game. So she has 10 points. She was the floor general for the Eagles there in that first half of play. Alyssa Greer with 2 points, 6 for Brittany Andrews. She had a big impact as well, including some big layups in the second quarter. Jess Jones had 3 and 10 points as well for Allison McGrath, who seemed to grab every rebound in that first half. She was also very strong on defense for the Eagles. So 10 for Clydesdale, 2 for Greer, 6 for Andrews, 3 for Jones, and 10 for McGrath. So 2 players in double digits for the South Park Eagles as they lead 29-13. At the halftime break. For the Phillies of Laurel Highlands, a slow start for them. Ashley Gaudarizzi, the floor general for the Phillies, the point guard, was pretty strong from the floor in the first half. She had 7 points, 1 for Kylie Miller from the foul line. Abby McDonald had 3 of her own. 2 for Sarah Proud. She made both of those on foul shots. And Sateri Talley got into some foul trouble early, so she did not play for most of the second quarter, but she did pick up 2 points early on in the ball game. So 7 for Gaudarizzi, 1 for Miller, 3 for McDonald, 2 for Proud, and 2 for Talley. And it was a pretty entertaining first half of basketball. The Eagles controlled the tempo, and they led this game early on in the first quarter by as many as 11. They have stretched the lead to 16 here at the halftime break. Your score, South Park 29 and the Phillies of Laurel Highlands 13. We'll come back with the second half of action right after this here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
High energy costs eating away at your budget? Turn to the experts and call Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated at 724-438-5400 and ask for George or Mike. Let one of them tell you about Carrier's new green speed technology. Afraid of the cost of installing a geothermal system? Let Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated explain how green speed can help you achieve the same or similar results as geothermal without the same installation costs. Past history shows that the costs of heating and cooling your home are only going to continue to go up and up. Carrier's new green speed systems, when matched to your specific situation, will help you achieve substantial operational cost savings over conventional equipment. Green speed can give you the same or very similar results as geothermal in many different scenarios. Achieve SEER ratings of up to 20 with HSPF ratings of up to 12.5 for your home with green speed. Turn to the experts by calling Fayette Furnace Company at 724-438-5400 and asking for either George or Mike about giving you an estimate for combating the continuing high costs associated with heating and cooling your home.
Sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, just give them a call.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial advisors of Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Phillies basketball team and their coaches on having a successful season this year.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk, Jerry Dupay as we begin the second half of this ball game between South Park and Laurel Highlands. It is 29-13 in favor of the South Park Eagles, and the Phillies have control of the basketball. Gaudarizzi, the floor general, off to Abby McDonald. Kick back out to Gaudarese. She directs traffic. Cross-court pass to McDonald. Bounce pass there to number 32. That's Mia Fuller. That shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Talley. She's going to put it up, and she will be fouled there on the play. Talley got into some early foul trouble, so she didn't play most of the second quarter, but she's back out there to begin the second half. She had 2 points in the first, and she'll go to the line for 2. That foul there on number 22 for the Eagles, Brittany Andrews. That's her third personal, first team of the half. And so Terry Talley's foul shot no good for the Phillies as they need to take advantage of those trips to the line. They're down 16 here, 7:26 left in the third. Talley's second shot is nothing but net. She has 3. 29-14 now your score. Here comes South Park. McGrath, a cross-court pass, being very aggressive with their big lead to Greer. Down low to Jones, back up to McGrath. She takes the shot from the left wing, no good, and the rebound controlled by Talley and grabbed by McDonald. McDonald bounce pass to Gaudarese, into the corner to Fuller. Fuller makes a defender fall, but she loses control of the basketball, and it's turned over to the Eagles. Here they are in transition. Alyssa Greer lays it up, but too strong. That ball will be tipped around out near the half-court line, and we either have a travel or a jump ball, and a jump ball is called. The possession arrow points towards South Park as they lead 29-14, 6:37 left in the third quarter. Between the circles, Clydesdale, who had 10 in that first half. Off to Greer, off to McGrath, who's great inside, but she can shoot the 3 as well, and she misses that one. Rebound controlled by Ashley Gaudarese. She's in transition. That ball slapped out of her hand. An aggressive slap there by Alyssa Greer, and ball's out of bounds, controlled by the Phillies. Trigger it into Talley. Her layup no good. She battles for the loose ball. She's going to grab it. Kicks it out to McDonald. McDonald's jumper from the left wing no good. Talley, she thought it was a good move, but it was actually a travel, and she's pleading her case with the official to no avail. Two defenders of the half-court stripe for the Phillies as they trail by 15. Here comes South Park. That's stolen away by Gaudarese. She's been all over the ball this afternoon, and that layup just out of control. They're going to say it was last touched by a South Park player, maybe being generous there. Phillies inbound underneath their own basket. Gaudarese. And a reach and foul will be called there. The defense a little too aggressive on Alyssa Greer. That's her first personal. Second team foul of the second half. Let's see, 2 fouls on Allison McGrath and 2 on Brittany Andrews. We have 2 on Emily Marcus as well, so some minimal foul trouble for the Eagles, but they're okay right now, up 15. Gaudarese, right side of McDonald, back up top to Ashley Gaudarese. McDonald takes an NBA range 3, and it had a good look to it, but it hits the back of the iron, no good. In transition come the South Park Eagles. Natalie Clydesdale looks to add to her big first half point total. That 3 is good, nothing but net for Allison McGrath. She drains it. She has 13 in the ball game. And the lead's now the biggest it's been all night. 32-14, 18-point lead for the Eagles of South Park. What a pretty shot there by Allison McGrath, and she has 13 on the night. Clydesdale has 10. Good pass. Great ball movement by South Park, but the finish isn't there. It was an easy bunny missed by Brittany Andrews. Gaudarese off to McDonald. Back to Gaudarese. She drives, hands it off to Talley. Talley Could have used the glass there to her advantage. She doesn't, and the rebound controlled by Jess Jones of South Park. Here's McGrath. She takes it in right side, no good. And the rebound controlled by the Phillies. Battle for it in the corner there, and it's going to go to South Park as Proud had the ball. Then she dished it off to Fuller, but it is a Mustang or a Philly turnover. (32-14), your South Park lead at 18 with 4:17 and counting before the end of the third quarter. Clydesdale brings it up the floor to her right. Helps get some help from Greer. Greer bounce pass to Andrews, down low to McGrath, but it's in and out of her hands, and we'll go over to the Phillies. See how aggressive Laurel Highlands is here with an 18-point deficit late in the third quarter. McDonald has it right side, bounces it to Gaudarese, who drives right of the lane. She's fouled, and the shot won't go as it's spun around like a top around the rim and would not fall, but she will get two shots. Ashley Gaudarese with 7 points in this ball game. She'll get two shots here after the shooting foul. And that foul will be called on Allison McGrath. That's her third personal, third team foul. Gaudarizi's first shot is no good, but a timeout will be called, and that is a South Park timeout with a 32-14 lead here with 3:50 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back with more exciting high school basketball action right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Doctors Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Ballou offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Checking in.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network with 3:50 to go in the third quarter. We have a 32-14 ball game here. South Park really controlling the tempo of this game, and they are a really, really good basketball team. Great ball movement. They have some size. Allison McGrath, she does have 3 fouls, so she's very aggressive, but she does have 13 points, has been great from inside and outside today, and Gaudarizi's second shot is good, 1 of 2.
I think I have it marked on the log, either Nature's Pickens or local music, so.
And the bucket good for Gaudarese. The lead now at 17, 32-15. Here comes South Park.
Happy about his sweater.
2-3 zone for the Phillies. That three launched and good by Natalie Clydesdale. Nothing but net as it maybe hit the side of the rim as it fell through, but it was a beautiful shot by Clydesdale from the left wing. She has 13 to match her teammate McGrath.
He's just not there yet.
And the lead is at 20 now, 35-15.
Yeah, I can. Sounds good.
South Park has been demonstrating their skills inside the arc and outside the arc.
Sounds good.
Some nice threes hit by Clydesdale and McGrath. They both have 13. They have 26 of their team's 35 points together. A whistle and a push here. And they will get Ashley Gaudarese on that foul. That's her second personal. South Park in complete control, now up 20 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Casey Kostrel just recently put into the game. She has the ball right side. Now back to Clydesdale. No good on the jumper. A whistle and a foul here. And a surprising foul call there on Jess Jones. That's her second personal. Couldn't really see the infraction there, but Nonetheless, it is a foul on the Eagles, and it will go over to the Phillies, down 20. Nice turnaround layup, good. Gianna Johns, her first 2 of the game. Nice little move there to cut the deficit to 18, 35-17. Over the timeline now, the Eagles. Casey Kostrel, right side. Back up top to Clydesdale. Down low to Jones. Jones will put it up, but not strong enough, and the rebound controlled by Laurel Highlands. Here's McDonald. Cross court to Miller. They have a battle for the loose ball, a scrum on the floor between Casey Kostrel and Gianna Johns. The jump ball and the possession arrow will keep the basketball with the Phillies. It's probably the 4th tie-up we've had in this ball game. Gaudarizzi in the corner to McDonald. Now right side to Kylie Miller. I'm going to say that ball was tipped, so no backcourt violation. Phillies still control it. McDonald drives, kicks it back out to Kylie Miller. Miller's going to lose it. Jess Jones, who's been very, very good defensively today. Almost too good. She's picked up a couple of personal fouls, but her team's up 18 with 1:40 to go. A short stoppage in play, but South Park will get the ball, and bringing it over the timeline will be Natalie Clydesdale. What a day for her. 13 points. Into the quarter to Kostrel. Back to McGrath. McGrath spin move in the lane is good. 15 for McGrath. She has a great inside move, and the lead's back to 20, 37-17, with 1:18 and counting in the third. Ball smacked away by Alyssa Greer. Controlled by Gaudarizzi in the backcourt. And another tie-up. Thumbs in the air. This time the Eagles will get the basketball. South Park's been very aggressive defensively, but not too much, and they've also been incredible offensively, making some pretty threes and also some great inside play in the painted area, especially by Allison McGrath. She launches another three. It looked good, but off the side of the rim, no good. Battle for the loose ball, grab by Talley. Stolen by McGrath. She's been all over the ball. Wide open three. Left corner, it's good. Alyssa Greer, she has 5 points today. And the lead now is up to 23, 40-17. And the Phillies just look flustered out there right now. That layup's good for Alyssa Greer. 5 points, she has 4 of them in the last 20 seconds. 42-17. Phillies know they can't win this ball game, but let's see how they fare out there in this type of environment with their fate already pretty much in front of them, down 25. 11.9 ticks of the clock before the end of the third. They trigger it in. McDonald to Fuller, right side. In the corner for three, it's Abby McDonald, and it rattles around, but no good. Rebound controlled by South Park. Here they are in transition. Here's Clydesdale to the basket with the right hand. Yes, it's good, and it beats the buzzer. Natalie Clydesdale has 15, and she beats the buzzer with that three. With that layup, I should say. Beautiful move there to the basket, and the lead is now 44-17 in favor of South Park as we have played 3 quarters of basketball. 44-17 South Park. Back with the fourth quarter right after this here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Phillies basketball team and their coaches this year. From the Phillies Basketball Boosters.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Ballou offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial advisors of Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Phillies basketball team and their coaches on having a successful season this year.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk, Jerry Dupay, and we expected maybe a little closer ball game here, but it's been all South Park leading 44-17 as we head to the fourth and final quarter. The Phillies know their fate is a loss today. We'll see how they fare.
Take care. Yeah, you too.
Then keep those spirits up. McDonald triggers it into the corner to Miller. Miller, the bounce pass to Mia Fuller.
Oh, okay.
Here's the drive, and a foul will be called on Allison McGrath. It appeared to be all ball, but the official saw otherwise. That's 4 personal fouls on Allison McGrath, who has 15 points in this ball game. And that will send Abby McDonald to the line for 2. She has 3 points, now make it 4.
Good. I mean, you can just take it down. I don't think the stump needs necessarily come out.
She makes them both.
You give me the price for each one. I'll talk to my wife and let you know.
2 of 2 from the foul line. That's 5 for Abby McDonald, and the lead is at 44-19, up to 25 again.
Okay, I'll talk to my wife tonight, and I'll give you guys a call back.
Here comes South Park over the timeline, left side. In the corner to Casey Kostrel. To Greer, to McGrath, who launches the 3, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Sarah Proud.
No problem. Sounds good. I'll let you know first.
A little too aggressive there as that pass stolen away. And here comes Clydesdale in transition. LH has numbers, though. That layup is too strong. Tipped out by Talley. And nothing but open floor for Ashley Gaudarese. She lays it in with the left hand. Ashley Gaudarese has 10 points. And it's 44-21 South Park. We have a push called here on the Phillies. They're going to whistle Abby McDonald for that foul, her second personal. Team foul number 3 in the second half. Stolen away, Gaudarese with the ball. And just as quickly, it's over to South Park. And here they come. A one-on-one battle between Talley and the ball handler Greer, but the layup no good. Here comes Gaudarese. Gaudarese, nice pass. And a foul called as that's Abby McDonald who went up for the shot. And they are going to get Allison McGrath on that foul. That will be her 4th. And very aggressive today. And not surprisingly, she'll take a seat. She'll come out along with Emily Marcus. Casey Kostrel into the ball game along with Brittany Andrews. She has 3 fouls of her own. And that second foul shot good for Abby McDonald, 1 of 2 from the line to cut the deficit to 22 as South Park doubles up the Phillies right now, 44-22. Greer to Clydesdale. Gaudarese playing her tough, but Clydesdale gets away into the corner to Kostrel. Cross-court pass to Greer. Philly's not giving up defensively, that's for sure. That one's taken away. Talley and Galdarese combined for that steal. Right side, McDonald thinks about the NBA range three, thinks otherwise. They play pitch and catch, Galdarese and McDonald. That three in the corner, the left wing actually for Mia Fuller. That's her first bucket of the game, a three from the left wing. And it's 44-25 South Park, and we have a timeout on the floor with 5:58 left before the conclusion of this ball game. It's 44-25 South Park. We'll be back with the conclusion of this one right here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk, Jerry Dupay. High school basketball, 44-25 right now. And that lead will be extended quickly up the floor. Casey Kostrel, her first bucket. South Park so good moving the basketball today, and they have a big lead to show for it. 46-25, that one's stolen away. Here comes Kostrel left side. To Clydesdale. To Greer, now to Clydesdale. Greer directs traffic up top, along with Clydesdale. Kostrel. Foul line to Jones. Very comfortable lead, and they're going to hold the ball until they absolutely feel like a shot's necessary. That one no good for Jess Jones. Another tie-up, and the ball will stay with South Park on the arrow. Great to see LH still being very aggressive out there, even with the big deficit late in the ball game. His Talley got into that tie-up with Jess Jones. Clydesdale. That shot good for Brittany Adams on the lane. Adams has 8. Here come the Phillies. Galdarese from the right wing, no good. Just inside the arc, gets her own rebound. Putback is too strong. Offensive rebound, Fuller. To McDonald, stops, does not take the three. Fuller will, though, from the left wing, and it's an air ball out of bounds to South Park. 48-25 your score with 4:39 left before the conclusion of this one. Eagles trigger it in. Press put on by the Phillies. Back to Clydesdale over the timeline to Greer. Into the corner to Kostrel. Kostrel being guarded by Talley. Fuller looking for the basketball there, but it's kept by Clydesdale, who's been all over the ball today with 15 points. That one poked out of bounds by Sateri Talley, and it'll stay with South Park.
Hey, it's Dusty again. Yeah, did I tell you yesterday that a tree fell in our garage?
Eagles to trigger it in here. The trigger will be done by Alyssa Greer to Clydesdale. Drives it in with the right hand. Too strong, and the rebound to Talley. Here come the Phillies down 48-25 with 4 minutes and counting left in regulation. To the basket, uncontested, Abby McDonald for 2. Give her 6.
I said I didn't know. They asked me about that. I said I knew nothing about it. I never talked to them.
No one knocked out of bounds, and will stay with South Park, who's ahead comfortably in this ball game, 48-27. This game really never in doubt, even from the start.
I don't think so. I'll find out once the tree. Yeah, I'll find out once the trees are moved. So.
Jess Jones to the right of her basket will trigger it in. Good move in the lane by Allison McGrath, but she's fouled. She has 15 on the day. Will look to add to her point total at the foul line. And that'll be Sateri Talley, her third personal. Fourth team foul. First shot good for McGrath. She has 16. Her second attempt is up and good. 2 of 2 from the foul line there. That's 17 for Allison McGrath, the leading scorer in this ball game. Her teammate Natalie Clydesdale with 15. And they have the bulk of their team's points as they lead by 23, 50-27. 3:35 and counting left in the fourth. Pass down low to Gianna John. She gets fouled.
He got his own system.
As long as he can figure it out.
As long as he knows what he's doing.
So Gianna Johns to the foul line for 2. She gets fouled. We're going to call that on Jess Jones, her third personal, team 7th.
Who's the first game we're going?
Yeah, AG Laurel Highlands.
They will call this a floor foul here. And Abby McDonald will trigger it in. Into the corner for 3. Kylie Miller too strong. Offensive rebound, McDonald back to Gauderisi right side. She's double teamed. McDonald takes another long 3 from the corner, too strong. And it's off the hands of Kylie Miller and out of bounds to the Eagles, who lead 50-27 with 3:18 left in regulation.
So I go and I eat my wings. I had to go.
The Eagles trigger it in.
I just left them right on the.
Greer to Jones, guarded by Talley.
Ate all the chicken wings. No, it's not good at all. Luckily,
Greer.
An hour later, he threw
Good ball movement by South Park. We've seen that all day as Andrews gives it up to Cassidy Zandler, who's finally into the ball game. Her first touch today.
He's like, you can't leave anything.
Shooting foul for the Phillies here, and that's Abby McDonald, her third personal. Team's 5th here in the second half.
They do a show on veterans every Wednesday at 3:15. What's this guy's name? Whip Shetler.
First shot good for Cassidy Zandler, her first point.
Oh, you did?
She makes them both. 2 of 2 from the line. That's 2 for Zandler, and it's 52-27. 3 minutes to go as the Phillies bring it up. Gauderisi facing a Eagle defense. Gauderisi drives it off balance. Shot no good. Talley with the rebound. Battled around. She controls it. Off to Johns. Cross court to McDonald. And that ball will be knocked out of bounds, and they say last touched by Allison McGrath of the Eagles. So the Phillies will retain possession.
Hey. Yeah, we're here. Yep.
Gauderisi right side. Back up top to Kylie Miller. Miller. Left side, she's fouled.
Yeah, you go to the open there, right to me.
So Kylie Miller trying to take it in. She gets fouled. That foul is on number 30, Jess Jones. She's racked up her fouls. That's her 4th personal. Team foul number 8. And out of the line is Kylie Miller for the 1-and-1. Misses the shot, but the offensive rebound grabbed by Proud. Phillies retain possession. Miller to Gauderisi in the corner. She'll stop and reset. She'll dribble along the top of the arc and give it up to McDonald. McDonald and Gauderisi play pitch and catch. Off balance 3 from the right wing, rattles out by Gauderisi. Offensive rebound grab there by Proud.
Rick Frank.
Phillies will retain possession. Gauderisi to McDonald. Down low to Proud. Layup too strong, no good. And a great save there by Jess Jones, who is not letting up even though her team's up 25. Neither team giving up their fight here. With a minute 44 to go, 52-27. In favor of South Park. That foul will be whistled on Brittany Andrews. That's her fourth personal, team's ninth.
Doubleheader here tonight on WMBS. Game 1 has the Albert.
First of two, and it's good for Gianna Johns. She has three.
The Uniontown Red Raiders and the University High Hawks.
We have a timeout on the floor. Minute 44 to go. It's 52-28 in favor of South Park. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this game right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety. For colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies, painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Ballou. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Welcome back here on the South Union Township Sports Network. 52-28 in favor of South Park, and Gianna Johns has one more foul shot to attempt, has a good spin to it, and it's up and good. She makes them both, and she has 5 points on this game. Now South Park, it's almost too easy there. They break the press and the layup for Brittany Andrews, who lays it in. She has 10. Stolen away. Here comes Greer in transition. She was guarded pretty tightly by Miller, but she lays it in. Alyssa Greer has 7. 56-29. South Park not letting up, but LH is not giving up either. McDonald. Calderisi gets it on the bounce pass. Drives right. Lays it up off balance with the left hand. Controlled by Johns. And we have another tie-up in this game. We've had at least 5 or 6 jump balls in this ball game. So aggressive. And the arrow goes to the Phillies. McDonald will trigger it in. That one's stolen away by South Park. Alyssa Greer is in transition with the right hand, but the layup no good. Rebound Miller. Miller. Once again, South Park with the basketball. It's taken away, and great ball movement again. It's almost like clockwork for the Eagles. And the layup is good there. Left block for Jess Jones. She has 5. Under a minute to play, 58-29, and this one's stolen away. Layup good. That's Cassidy Zandler. She has 4. And this one got away from LH in a hurry. 60-29, South Park.
Laurel Highlands defeated Albert Gallatin 88-63 earlier on this.
Off balance shot no good. Rebound controlled by South Park. See if they can add to their lead. Greer to McGrath. McGrath is good. She's your leading scorer with 18. 62-29. 5 seconds and counting, and see if McDonald launches a shot. A 3. No good. That's the final buzzer. That game never in doubt. We will come back and wrap it up for you right here. The final score, South Park 62, Laurel Highlands 29. Back to wrap it up right after this here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Try to go back on 9:04.
High energy costs eating away at your budget? Turn to the experts and call Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated at 724-438-5400 and ask for George or Mike. Let one of them tell you about Carrier's new green speed technology. Afraid of the cost of installing a geothermal system? Let Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated explain how green speed can help you achieve the same or similar results as geothermal without the same installation costs. Past history shows that the costs of heating and cooling your home are only going to continue to go up and up. Carrier's new green speed systems, when matched to your specific situation, will help you achieve substantial operational cost savings over conventional equipment. Green speed can give you the same or very similar results as geothermal in many different scenarios. Achieve SEER ratings of up to 20 with HSPF ratings of up to 12.5 for your home with GreenSpeed. Turn to the experts by calling Fayette Furnace Company at 724-438-5400 and asking for either George or Mike about giving you an estimate for combating the continuing high costs associated with heating and cooling your home.
Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, J.R. Wheeler, Gary Smith, and their staff. I'm Nick Barczyk with Jerry Dupay. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. So long, everybody.
Okay, and go